hold me down, keep me close, safe and sound. Drowning in an endless sea. Take some time and stay with me. Keep me in the strength of your arms. Keep me safe, safe and sound. Yes, we are. Hold me down. Keep me safe,
Not me.
safe and sound.
Yo, 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 what is up? What's going on, people? Welcome back to another episode of the O.O.C. Keely Chow, Cole Turner in the house. Thank you guys
What
for
up?
popping in. Roberto, shout out to people. Where can they find you, sir?
If you're here, you know. This is it. This is it right here. Wednesday nights, 9 o'clock, live with my brethrens.
Absolutely. What about you, JG? Where can I find you, brother?
You know, you can find me one of the greatest streams YouTube ever came out with the great Nzo, the great Roberto, talking our shit's knit.
Hey, man, I appreciate that. You know what I mean?
Respect, JG.
Absolutely, 100%. And you guys know me, you know how we do. We got some great topics going on tonight. And, you know, I always like to start off the show with some funny jokes. And I have this one here that I seen that pretty much had me dying. So let me bring it up real quick if I can find it. Here. I don't know if you guys seen this, but check this out.
Hey, babe.
Hey.
You have fun with your friends?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What? What?
You get seafood without me?
What are you talking
Look
about?
me in my eye and tell me you didn't get seafood without me. I know you did not get no seafood without me.
Deshaun, there's no seafood in here. Stop saying that.
You lying to me. Why you lying? You really got seafood without me, babe? What the fuck?
Stop saying that. I did not get seafood.
Okay, it smells like
Look
straight
around.
shrimp in here. It smells like straight shrimp. I know you got me a to-go box or something. What's going on? Where your pants at?
That's so fucked up shit.
I'm hoping
I
that
was
was
post
staged.
that. You know that's sketched.
Yeah,
No one
100%.
It's gotta be.
Post that. You kidding
One-
me?
100% that was sketched, obviously. But there's another one that I have, and I'm not exactly sure if this one is sketched. Can I find it? Do I have it here? Do I?
Did you see the one where the girl pretends to vomit all over her boyfriend while he's sleeping?
No.
Yeah.
And she accidentally puts it in his mouth?
Yeah.
Well, she didn't accidentally. She played like she accidentally put it in his mouth. The guy went fucking nuts, yo. He didn't touch her. That's why it was an excellent skit.
So I
You see
don't.
that, JJ?
Yeah, I have seen it. That looked legit.
It was
Yeah, I think it was-
hilarious, my boy.
Yeah,
If he
yeah.
wasn't legit, that's fucking Hollywood needs to recruit his ass, man.
Here's another one.
Why do you keep turning my seat warmer off?
Why do you keep turning it on? That's a seat warmer. It warms the seat.
Okay.
Okay, well, you should not put a seat warmer on. But what we're not going to do is fry fish up in this motherfucker.
Kills me with elbows.
Yeah, that's that.
You know what I mean?
Just that prankster. I think that's. I think a lot of this stuff is sketched.
Yeah, me too.
But
me
that
too.
was funny though. That was funny.
100%. Now, this one is a sketch, and this is for all you people that like to go out to the gym and do this. Well, if you're a lady, anyways.
That's dirty. I never saw that one.
Oh man.
That shit is crazy, man. That is crazy. Well, like I said, we always like to start off with some jokes, but we got some really good topics up in here tonight. We have the bus shooting, which we'll get into. Roberto has a topic that he wants to get into, another bus thing.
I think my shit don't make the top, yo.
Oh, you DM'd me, Chill? Hold on, let me check. I don't see it. Oh, there it is. Oh, okay, so Chill sent something. Oh, yeah, I played that one already, Chill. I played that one already. Yo, that dude, it was the sausage prank one. Remember the sausage?
Oh yeah, we fight if that happened to me.
Yeah, facts.
We'll
Facts.
fight.
Facts.
Friendship over, we fight.
Facts. 100%. You know. But hey, what's up, David Quintana? How you doing, man? So, like I said, we usually get in, and Roberto's because you gave it to me after, so I didn't get a chance to put it in, but I'll put it in after the show. Your topic.
Okay.
Right. But I got this one, and I wanted to share this one to you, right? Because this is this guy, and he's pretty much was a stepfather, and he made this post, and I want to get your guys' reaction to it. Let me find it real quick. Where is it? Here it is. Check this shit out.
For refusing to pay for my stepdaughter's wedding because her real daddy is the one that's gonna walk her down the aisle. So let me tell you guys about my stepdaughter, all right? She wants her real daddy to walk her down the aisle. Now let me give you a little backstory on me and my stepdaughter. She just graduated from university, which I paid for. Now, she went to an in-state university, but it still cost me about $40,000. Now,
hold on, let me pause this real quick. We have a new guest in the house. What's up, Nadia? Thank you for popping in.
What's up? I already seen. You don't got to start this over. I seen this.
You seen this one? Okay, cool. So we'll play it from here, and then we'll discuss it. Because I know these guys.
Yeah, I didn't know you were coming in. I was like, hold on, who's that?
Like, whoa, what's going on?
Welcome.
That is my co-host Roberto and JG.
Salute.
What's up?
All right, so let's get into this and tell me what you guys think.
I also bought her a car. I bought her a car straight after high school. That way she could go back and forth to school.
Can you pause this?
I bought her a car. She still.
Yeah.
Who's he talking about? His stepdaughter?
His stepdaughter, yeah.
He did all these things for his stepdaughter.
Yeah. Okay. And the stepdaughter, he wants her real father to walk her down the aisle, but it gets worse. Listen.
Lives with me and her mother. She does not have a job. Now, she's set to be married on August the 8th. And for the past 6 months, that's all her mother been talking about doing. Being occupied with, being consumed most of their time. Now, her daddy, he don't contribute to not 1 cent on her. Not her education, not child support, which is partly her mother's fault because, you know, she didn't fight for that. I guess that's just what the settlement was. And he only around to make promises. I do that for you, I do this for you, and then take off. And then she'd be heartbroken. But she adores her father, right? So, like I said, she's set to be married in August. And the wedding venue, I told them they can have it in my home. The wedding venue can hold about 250 people, right? Now I said, hey, I got a list of 20 people that I want to come to the wedding. I'm paying for this at my house. I want these 20 people to come. Do y'all know Saturday, I see one of my friends at the golf course, right? He's supposed to come to the wedding. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna see you at the wedding, right? He said, I only got an announcement. I didn't get an invite. I'm like, nah. I'll let my girlfriend and stepdaughter know to send out the invitations on these few people, and you're supposed to get an invite. He said, I got something, but it was an announcement. So we walked to his car because I want to check, right? And sure enough, it was an announcement. So I went and talked to my girlfriend and said, did you invite those 20 people to the wedding that I told you about? Man, she didn't invite none of them. She said 250 people was a little tight, and I don't think we can get your 20 people in there. Man, I was pissed. And the people that were supposed to come, they pissed as well. Then she's gonna say if any of the people that we already invited don't RSVP, then we'll get some of your people in here. I'm like, what? Man, that's crazy, man. Don't even worry about it, man. I'll just be mad. All right? So now, the crazy part about it is, when I check the invitations, they don't even have my name on them. They have her real daddy and her on the invitation that I paid for. I paid for these invitations. How you got a real daddy on there, her mama on there? Cool. Couple days later,
we be cool.
I'm hosting. hosting the
You
venue at
know?
my house, hosting the wedding family at my house, okay? It's me, stepdaughter, girlfriend, groom, and their parents, right? Trying to
But I
help
got a
everybody
hot
get real
take,
acquainted.
though. I got
Then
a
a
hot
surprise
take.
guest shows up. My stepdaughter's real daddy. And I'm like, you know what? You know what, cool. He probably just coming to the wedding, right? But tell me why my stepdaughter proceeds to stand up and announce that her real daddy is giving her away at the wedding. What? The wedding that I'm paying for, in my house, the daddy don't do nothing for you, is giving you away? Ah, and they were just so happy and smiling. Ah, yay, great. Inside, I was fuming. Inside, I wanted to cry or punch
Inside,
somebody. Probably wanted to do both, honestly. So I took that time to stand up and give a toast as well. I said, you know, I owe the groom and the bride a deep debt of gratitude because they have opened my eyes tonight. Oh, everybody at the table was just smiling. They have let me know that my position in this family is not what I thought it was. Oh, you should have saw the frowns, man. Now they mad. It done got serious. I let them know I am not the godfather or, you know, the head of the family that I thought I was, the loved one that would be seeked out in times of need. Nah. I realized I'm an ATM. Yeah. So, since I have been replaced as host of the wedding, I shall be giving my financial duties to the new host. And I will back out monetarily. Yeah. Yep. Now, after the announcement, a whole lot of snickering was going on around the table, right? A lot of mumbling, but they didn't say anything to me. Nobody addressed me now. Now, later that night, tell me why my girlfriend gonna come to me talking about how I'm ruining so much. How I'm ruining so much for backing out, and how her daughter ain't gonna have her dream wedding, and how her daughter ain't this and that. Okay, well, it's apparent that I'm not family in this family. So the family should take care of it, right? That's my stepdaughter. I mean, it ain't even my stepdaughter, really. It's my girlfriend. I just happen to be around her for the last 10 years. But tell me why the next day, my girlfriend trying to show me how much I'm ruined, right? She takes me to where they planning the wedding, and the wedding planner showed me, you know, all the things they got going down, everything they got set up. I look at the venue. They got some father-daughter dances, right? 3 songs. All of them cater to her real dad, not me. I looked at the food they got. 2 of the dishes got stuff I'm allergic to in it. I just started laughing. Like, they want me to pay for this? His name on it, not mine. His songs, not mine. The food, I can't eat the food. And the 20 people out of 250 that I wanted, they can't even come in my house? Wow. Okay. It's wild, man. So I went on ahead and let her know I will not be there, and neither will my money. Yeah. And they will no longer be at my house either. And you will no longer be at my house or your daughter. Because, yeah, I'm not family. I'm not even important enough to be put up on the brochure. It's crazy, man. Yeah.
So, what are you guys' thoughts on that? Nadia, you go first since your first time on the channel. What are your thoughts?
You know how they tell women not to do wife shit when you just a girlfriend?
Mm-hmm.
Same go for me. Don't do husband shit if you're not the husband. And I mean, damn, I actually know somebody that went through some shit so sort of like this, but they were actually married to the woman, but the father wasn't shit, but the family didn't like him, and it was some weird shit. And I was just like, man, I I mean, I'm not a man, so I know, like, as a woman, like, I've overplayed my role in people's life, and I'm like, never again.
Mm-hmm.
Never again. This lesson learned. And
Absolutely. You see, and that's what I was gonna say before I let Roberto go, because I was like, you've been with them for 10 years. There had to have been some sort of signs. You know what I mean? It didn't just come up like this and all of a sudden there were signs. What are your thoughts, Roberto?
I'm still in shock. If anything, I could say, if a man is going to handle it right politically, that is the way. But that's a fairy tale story right there. I'm sorry. there'll be a whole lot of fucking curse words going on, and a lot of B's and C's going on there, you know, because the way he explained the story, like, yeah, okay, what? What? Are you kidding me? I'd be like, you're joking, right? Get the fuck out of my house. This fucking wedding is fucking over. That would have been me
Flipping
right
tables and
there.
shit.
There wouldn't have been no part 2, part 3 for me to see the light. Are you kidding? Anzo, I was sitting there, I was shaking. I was like, I can't take this. I can't take this. That's fucked up. That's
absolutely
fucked up. That is
100%.
fucked up. And guys, you follow that path, you're wrong. You're making it wrong for real men. Listen, I was back in the day. I never hold a baby mama situation against a woman. If the woman's doing you right and she's not putting that dad role on you, that's the way it should be. If the guy wants to, you know, buy a birthday gift, take him out to eat, go see a movie, you're being nice. But I ain't buying him clothes, buying him shoes, buying him this, unless you are planning something.
Cars?
Paying for
cars. Listen,
cars?
you act like a carpet, you're gonna get walked on. I'm sorry.
Facts, 100%.
JG.
Yo, you know, I was thinking one thing at first, man. As he kept going on with the, I'm sorry, can I curse now? Is it been over? When he kept going on with the bullshit, you're right. Bought a car, paid for a college, did all this shit, and you didn't realize shit till after you sat at a table.
Facts.
I'm sorry. He's a sucker. I'm sorry. He got suckered out. I'm sure the mom had a lot to do with it too, but you been with this woman 10 years. Raising a kid. I mean, I give to any guy, man or female, that steps up to the plate and raises a kid at theirs, hey, I got all power to you. But like Nadia said,
and
you should have wiped her up. If all that means that much to you, wipe her up. But
right.
I like Roberto. I would have been throwing chairs. I would have been.
It's a good thing he didn't wife her up, though. That's for damn sure.
That's for damn sure.
Imagine he had married her and had to go through this shit, and then you have to get a divorce, and chances are she's gonna get half of his shit. Oh hell no! Right?
And I almost guarantee the father's dicking the girl down. The girlfriend down.
Yeah.
On the side.
I saw that in the comment section of that video. That's exactly what they said. They was like, she still got feelings for him, or she still entertaining him. I was like,
yeah,
exactly. And
everything I expressed,
pay for everything. So
everything I expressed was just solely based on the wedding, not even the college and the car. That's whipped.
Yeah,
you're whipped. I mean, fuck. Come on, man. I was talking like going out to eat. I'll buy a fucking car. I don't care if it's a $2,000 used Toyota. That's a car, yo. He's probably paying her insurance, paying the rent.
Yeah, everything.
It's
and she the mom probably ain't even working. You know what I mean?
You know,
just living off of him. But at the same time, okay. So even though I say that this guy, you know, he should have seen the signs too. Also, they are like bitches for not at least respecting and seeing what this man is doing. You understand? Because he
why
don't
you
have
react
to do
like that,
that.
Anzo. That's
crazy, bro.
I mean, that's disrespectful to the next level. I don't even know if there's a fucking level that high, because I mean, to bring out, like, you know, you can't even talk after seeing something like that. And I think that would be majority of the people that watch it. I can't speak for the others, but man, that's some fucked up shit.
Absolutely. So I had this other one here that kind of goes along with it. Right?
I have to laugh, yo. I have to laugh. How could you post that shit, man?
Because
you looking for sympathy? What are you looking for?
I'm sorry, I can't sympathize with him. I would have been like, hey,
delete.
Yep.
I just say, guys, I would even tell my boys, I man, something came. I said, fuck that, I'm out. That's all they're getting from me. That's all they're getting.
Look, I was in a chat room with some women, and they was talking about like how much money they gave the dudes and stuff like that. And I was like, look, I don't even want to talk about that from like an old relationship. I need my money back, sir. Like, I don't even. And it's, look, I'm pretty sure people, the amount of money that I gave this dude, like when he, you know, a lot of people are probably way over that. And I'm just like, my number is embarrassing.
Yeah, and you feel fucked up. It's like, I want my money back. You know what I mean?
I want my money back.
For sure, right? So Now this guy had that experience with the wedding. Check out this one.
Any reason whatsoever why these two should not join in holy matrimony. Please, speak now, or forever hold your peace.
This is so beautiful.
Well, I have something I'd like to say. Everyone, thank you for coming on this wonderful occasion, on this wedding day. I really do thank you for coming here to my groomsmen. Thank you for always being there for me. And baby, I love you. I truly love you. There's one thing I want to talk to you about, but I couldn't figure out the words to express it. So I figured the best way to bring it up to you would be to show you.
So there I go. Oh, can't make a wife out of a hoe.
Oh my God! What the? Oh hell no! Oh Oh!
I don't even know this man. But no.
Facts. Yes.
Thoughts?
I wonder how. My thing is, if first of all, I wonder when did he see that video? Because it looked like it. Because I got cameras in my house too. So like, and that's I only got cameras because of my children, not because I don't trust my husband.
Right.
But like but I don't be in the same room with them all the time, and I'm home with them a lot by myself. So like, I got cameras to watch them. But like, I wonder how long he had that video, because it's like if he went through and walked to the altar just to do that, sir.
You know.
I mean, I guess y'all about to party at the reception without her.
Facts.
I mean, because if you done paid for everything, might as well have a party.
I would take my hat off to that guy and say, "You the man. You the man." I don't know how you could do that, but that's some fucking original shit, yo.
Hey,
I mean, yeah, it could be. I everything might be scripted at this point.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Because all their reactions was too. No. Even the bride was like, just looked over, nah. But if it was real,
she would have ran out of there crying.
He deserves man card of the year, because typically the father of the bride pays for the wedding. Typically.
Mm-hmm.
So if her dad paid for all that stuff, and he had to spend a dime for maybe suits, he could wear his next wedding if he need to. Oh man.
Yeah. Hey, I agree with you. And like I said, it could be scripted, but if that is real, yo, and
City
like
Boys
Nadia
up.
said, like, how long did you know that video? Like, did you have to play the role for a couple of months? You know what I mean? And act
Dude,
like
I'm not mad
nothing?
at him. You want to make a fool out of me? I'm gonna make a fool out of you in front of your whole family.
Yeah, you fucking destroyed me. I'm gonna destroy you.
Exactly.
That's fucking genius, because he doesn't have to make any phone calls. Everybody's there. Don't make the phone calls for him.
But would you be able to do that though? Would you be able to play the role for at least a month?
Not I.
To do that? I know
Nope.
I couldn't.
Nope, I couldn't. I would have called it out right there.
It would be hard.
I couldn't.
It would have been playing on the TV when they came home, and I would have been sitting there like this with a glass of wine, smoking. See this shit?
For real, there's no way. Like, I gotta sleep in the same bed as you, and
hell no,
kiss
no,
you, and act like
no,
no, I can't do it.
No,
I can't do
no.
it. And it looked like it was his house, right? Like where they lived, they probably lived together. It looked like his house. If it's not set up, oh hell no! You brought this guy and fucked him on my bed, and I'm supposed to play the role for the what? Nah, I couldn't do it.
But think about it, man. He ruined her for life. That shit's a scar on everybody.
Yeah,
everybody. Especially the parents. They'd be eating supper the next night, and they're just looking at her. You know?
That was savage.
Every family reunion, every gathering, and no matter that story,
everything. When she does originally get married, do you remember when?
Somebody's gonna slip up and say it.
It's crazy.
And she
man.
better not piss her friends off, because they sure gonna tell everybody.
Right, especially if he was a good man. You know, you
Oh
got
yeah.
yourself a good man, and look what he did to. Yeah, that would be crazy. And there's
Wasn't
one
that
more.
guy the guy that came in? He was white, wasn't he?
Yeah, look like it.
And she's with her brother.
Could it?
Nah, she was with Carlton. She
Well,
was with Carlton.
you
I don't
got a
know. I
good.
don't know if Carlton could pull something like that off, Gigi. I don't know.
You know what? You got a good point because they didn't really show anything in the video. He came in and hugged him, but it was his brother. You know what I mean? And it's yeah, bro, how you doing? And they went and sat down
Nah,
on
I
the
don't know no
couch.
No, no,
siblings to
no.
hug like that.
She put them flowers there. That was guilty
Oh,
as
okay. See, I didn't
charged right
notice he had
there.
flowers, right? All right.
No, when she was at the altar, as soon as the video
Oh,
played,
yeah,
she
yeah.
brought the flowers to her face. That's guilty as charged right there. That's a
Yeah,
reflex.
yeah. You're right. You're right. She was guilty. Yeah, showed up guilty. And the last one's kind of, relationship wise stuff. This woman was on a podcast and she was saying this. So I want to get your guys' reaction to it.
Always make a way. I feel like I'm not gonna work my hands to the bones to provide. I'm not gonna work 16 or 20 hours a day or a week to provide for my family. You're the man. You have the penis. Go get a job. Get 3 jobs. My man has 2 jobs. Go get 7 jobs and 2 side hustles to buy me the things that I want because I'm a woman.
You're a fucking daydreamer. I'm
Did
sorry.
she say her man got 2? So she got a man and he got 2 jobs.
2 jobs.
Yeah.
He could get 7 jobs.
He's stupid.
Where's she gonna see his ass?
It's okay.
You know what I mean?
The fact that she's saying that shit out loud with her whole chest, with her whole chest, it's like yes, ma'am, you're delusional. You're delusional.
I mean, look. First of all, the voice alone would make me say, "Girl, bye." I cannot deal with that voice alone. Secondly, nah. What's up with these sucker dudes out here lately, man? I mean, you working 2, 3 jobs for that?
Mm-hmm.
You notice they never show a picture of what he looks like? It's probably some desperate guy.
Gotta be.
You know?
Because
money talks in every language.
Right. And you know that if she's going on like that, that's not her only dude. She got a
You know that, Anzo.
Oh,
you
yeah,
know what I
course,
mean?
of course.
She
You
got
know
a
that
side dude,
100.
100%. You know, this guy's here paying my bills, but this guy's giving it to me properly. You know what I mean? Guaranteed, man.
How's the guy gonna appreciate her when he's working 7 jobs?
Facts.
He's buying her all that stuff.
Yeah.
Who's she gonna show it off to?
No, see, he's
My
the
thing
work
is,
dude. She got
you
a
ain't going on
side
no
dude somewhere
dates.
digging her down.
Yeah,
Nothing.
you know what I mean?
You're
Nothing.
working weekends.
She is spending the money. That's all she's doing.
And when he come home from working, he's tired. You know what I mean? Let's say he does get a day off during the week. He's tired. What he want to do is he want to actually go back to bed and sleep. You know what I mean? Like ridiculous, man.
You remember we hit this topic before. I don't know what episode because we banged out 100 of them, but we talked about the pros and cons of being with a man who has enough money, who's working all the time, opposed to a man who just gets by, but he's there. And women, I'm not saying all women, Nadia, just to say, is Nadia or Nadia?
Nadia.
Nadia,
Oh,
I'm
sorry,
going to
Nadia.
pronounce it correctly. You see that I asked before I damage
Good
it.
job.
So I'm not saying all women, Nadia, but most women is chasing the paper now, right? And they want to know why they can't find a man. Because the man that's not driving an Audi or a Mercedes or a Bentley or one of them whips can't provide. They have a checklist. So if you can't provide, you don't even make the list. But that's the guy who will spend the rest of your life with you, plant tree seeds in you, and happily ever after. But you're chasing something that doesn't exist because the guy who has that paper is out there cheating on you anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a double-edged
It's a
sword.
vicious circle. Exactly.
It
It's
really
a
is.
vicious circle, and it's just getting bigger opposed to smaller. More women are chasing the paper, and we're not even talking about women who are now divorced or separated or whatever. Try and find a man. They're coming with luggage.
The dating scene is a mess.
It's crazy.
I don't see how single people do it because I be looking
No.
like I just trying to like I be trying to make friends and like I just have like a 5-minute conversation with somebody and be like, I don't ever want to see you again.
Yeah, pretty much.
That ain't what I say to
Yeah.
them, but that's what I be thinking in my head. Like, oh my god, like, and these people out here dating and sleeping together and making chill. Y'all all stupid. Like, God, go read a book. That's what's wrong with people. They don't read books no more.
You know? Fuck.
JG, what are you thinking?
I'm losing brain cells. The more I keep thinking about her talking, it's just brain cells just disappear. It thing is, nobody courts. Now that's an old school term, but nobody courts anymore, right?
Absolutely.
I'm sure we all met our significant other. We courted them for a while to get to know them, see if we are equally yoked in not every way, but in most ways that are comfortable to us, right? Now it's like people are rushing, like Roberto said, trying to chase the paper. Or I'm looking for somebody that can take care of me instead of someone that we can build an empire together with.
You know what I
They're
mean?
trying to rush everything. They're trying to rush a career. They're trying to rush to have children and rush to buy a house and rush to because they feel like they got to do all this before a certain age. And I'm like, no. I mean, the only thing women need to worry about is to hold children before a certain age, but that's because it gets risky for your body.
Yes.
Not that you can't have children. It's just being pregnant when you're 20 is different from being pregnant in your 30s, which is different from being pregnant in your 40s. You got different risk at each part. And
Facts.
I don't recommend people in their 20s to have babies, but if you do, I mean, just know what you're getting into. Because, like I tell people, welcome to the most ghetto hood of them all, parenthood. It's adulthood. It's adulthood with these tiny humans that you gotta keep alive.
That's original. Yeah.
Bruh. Ghetto ass hood.
Oh,
I be telling,
shit.
Look, I done told my 18-year-old cousin and niece, I was like, don't have no kids. I
Not
looked
yet,
at
at
them.
least.
No, my sister used to tell me that, and I was in my 20s. My sister used to tell me that all the time. Don't have no kids, don't have no kids, and I ain't listen. And now I see what you mean. I should listen. I should listen.
You're muted.
Lonzo, you're muted.
Who muted?
Lonzo.
Oh.
My bad. What's up, Mike? How you doing? Thanks for popping up. Yeah, we're good. If you're talking about the fires, I mean, they haven't really hit us here, but man, did you
I
see
want to
New York?
apologize to New York. I want to apologize
For
to New York.
real?
We really, I love New York. I didn't want that shit to go your way. It could have went somewhere else, but yeah, Quebec apologizes. Man, you guys disappeared, fuck.
They already got air quality issues. Damn.
Yeah.
Because the city, man. I am a country girl. I am from North Carolina, born and raised.
Where's Danny?
Danny's South Carolina, right?
Yeah, South.
Yeah,
They have a little battle up in here, you know?
It's
You know?
Like this is what I tell people. People be like, what's South Carolina? I'm like, the places I've been in South Carolina, I ain't got nothing good to say. Not that I don't think South Carolina people are cool. It's just the fact that like every time I go somewhere, like the people, especially the black people, dress like it's still 2004. And I be confused. I'm like, but I've been to some small towns in South Carolina, so I'm not trying to say anything bad about South Carolina.
I got you. This is what New York looks like because of our wildfires.
Damn.
Wow.
Yeah,
they in the house.
They when I googled it, they said the weather down there is the worst in the world right now because of the wildfires.
Man, I bet that current rate dropped so low right now.
That's crazy.
Who have lung issues, man.
Yeah. A lot of people are gonna like pretty much pass away for that shit, man. That's crazy, right?
Elderly people better stay inside.
For real though. I'm trying to find your topic here, Roberto. Just give me a second.
I saw that shit today, and it just ran through my head. Yeah, let's just watch it before I talk.
Yeah. Hold on. I gotta move us on the side. So
Oh yeah, I remember that video.
Oh God.
Nobody sees that shit?
Everybody's talking.
I'm trying to figure out why dude's standing up because that's
He's staring straight the whole time. And that's a kid. That's why they're covering
he
his
look like
face.
he's trying to help her navigate the neighborhood. She not a fake the bus driver.
Sit down, Devin.
Oh my God.
Is this child okay?
Yeah, I think a kid survived a lot of bruises, but they
Oh,
The
yeah,
PTSD this kid's gonna go through, man, the rest of her life or his life. That's some trauma right there. Trauma.
Facts.
Oh my God.
Somebody getting fired.
Yo,
And
I saw
going
this
to
video.
jail.
I saw this video, my heart stopped. My heart stopped. I couldn't get this image out of my head. It said if that was my kid, oh my God, somebody would have
Where
to
was this
burn.
at?
Somebody would have to burn.
Oh, she wouldn't survive the next day. That was my kid.
Where was this at? I know this was in America.
Somewhere in the States.
I don't know.
Look, man,
I don't know if we got
Yeah,
the
my-
whole video, but sorry to cut you off, Lydia, but she made 3 or 4 attempts to close that door and didn't look to her right to see why the door isn't even closed.
door wasn't closing. Yep.
Like, what the fuck, man? Like, I understand it's hard to get people to work, but what kind of fucking people you hiring, man, to deal with kids?
Anybody
Oh
at this
my
point.
God.
It's sad.
You could hear the kid screaming as the bus was going, right? And
That's what I'm saying. And no one noticed?
Not even the people that sitting in the front. I guess everybody was just looking forward or looking down. It's like, I don't know. I used to ride the bus when I was a kid, and my daughter wants to ride the bus so bad, and I'm like, no, why? Like, gross.
Yeah, exactly.
Gross.
In all
why?
honesty, it's chaos on them buses. I wanted to take it just to see what it's like, and it's fucking chaos.
It
The bus
is.
driver
It
the bus
definitely
driver
is.
is constantly disturbed, constantly. That they had to put a monitor on the bus to try and calm him down, and that didn't work. They started kicking people off of the bus. Next thing you know, you'll have an empty bus, man.
It's crazy. But if you flip out, you will make it more traumatic for the child, so you have to handle it discreetly. No,
I'm not
man.
flipping out in front of my child. I'm flipping out at the school board meeting. I'm flipping
Facts.
out in court. I'm flipping out at the police station. I'm
Daddy, get him.
Yeah.
Get him all.
Yeah.
Get him.
For
What?
real.
This
For
bitch dragged
real.
me from 5 blocks, Daddy. What?
Mm-hmm.
That's
I don't want to
fucking
hear no. I'm
crazy.
sorry. I'm sorry. It's not going to help.
ain't no
At all.
outside. No, ain't no
How many
outside.
times she said, "Oh my God," she knows she's fired.
And it's funny because at one point, actually 2 times in the video, it looks like she looks in the direction.
Yeah, it does.
Right? And I'm like, you're looking in
But you
that
see how
direction
big
and you
those
can't,
glasses are on her face?
you
don't know
can't
where
see
she's looking.
anything.
She's seeing into the future with those fucking glasses on.
That's crazy though, man. Like I said, if that was my kid, yo, I don't know if I'd be
You'll
able
be
to
hell
not-
to pay.
Yeah.
Hell.
I'd probably go to jail because I probably beat
Yep.
the shit out of that one. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
I
Like,
wouldn't beat a woman, but whoever owns that bus company better fucking somebody's got to pay.
Well, I'd have the mother beat the woman then, yeah, because I wouldn't hit a woman either. But
Imagine
I'd
the
be
lawsuit on that fucking company if that's in the U.S. The lawsuit on that.
Yeah,
I'm suing everybody. I'm suing the school system. I'm suing
Yep.
the school. I'm suing the bus driver. I'm suing whoever hires the bus drivers. I'm suing everybody. Everybody.
So the police, where were you?
Yeah.
Facts.
So I said, I'm
a real
suing the whole
crime is
city.
being committed. No police found in sight.
I'm
Cole
glad
said
the
they
family
did sue.
sued.
Yeah, they did sue in
But yeah,
2021, but no clue what happened. I'm pretty sure they're probably like, settlement and a non-disclosure agreement where they couldn't talk
Probably.
about it or whatever. That would be the best thing. But I'm pretty sure they got millions. If they got settled, they got
Fucking
millions.
right.
The number 2 rule of bus driving is make sure everyone is fully off and there's a mirror on her left side that checks it easily, that she has to look at every 10 seconds when she can fire it easily. Yeah, 100%. That's
I
negligent.
don't think that was the regular bus driver. I think that was like a substitute for the day,
Could
because
have been.
the boy that was standing up looked like he was telling her how to get through the neighborhood, which is wild to me. It's like, why do bus drivers not know, like, even if it's a substitute, shouldn't they at least get a
There he is.
route on the fucking Google, you know what I mean? On like
Mm-hmm.
Google Maps or something, and like have a
Mm-hmm.
route mapped out for them, because I'm like, why is the dude standing up? Like, there's no point for him to be standing up. But she yelling at somebody else to sit down, but he's still standing there. So I
Right.
figured he was helping her, because I done rode the bus from pre-K all the way up till I could walk or drive by myself or whatever. But yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I know.
mayhem, and I've seen the most crazy shit on the bus. That's why I will not
Mhm.
let my daughter get on the bus. No, ma'am.
And seeing is that we're talking about crazy shit on the bus. Here's the first one.
Newly released surveillance video showing the harrowing moments inside a Charlotte bus. A shootout between a
North
driver
Carolina.
and a passenger, with other passengers caught in the crossfire. Transit officials say last week, 22-year-old Omari Tobias began arguing with driver David Fullard after asking to get off between stops. Tobias then pulling out a gun. Fullard then pulling out his own gun, and the shootout begins. Bullets shattering the plexiglass window of the driver's cab. Two other passengers ducking for cover. The driver wounded in the arm, Tobias shot in the abdomen. Fullard continuing to shoot at Tobias after he crawls away and runs off the bus. Both are recovering from their injuries.
The most ghetto shit ever.
Is this
Like,
in Canada?
this,
Hell no!
this is why they call it Charlotte. Like, literally, this is why they call it Charlotte. I live like 30 minutes away from Charlotte. So, like, hearing this shit don't surprise me. I'm just like, okay, never ride public transportation in Charlotte.
Is that
Call
bad?
an Uber.
Is that bad?
Wait a
Damn.
minute. This guy's pulling out his gun because a bus driver wouldn't let him in off between.
Off. Yeah,
Yeah.
he was between stops. It's like, that's like,
So
I
I'm
got
gonna pull out a
designated
gun.
stops. You gotta wait till I get to the next stop. And he like, whatever, you gonna let me off. You know, I can just hear these Charlotte dudes talking, like, just
That's crazy though. Like for one, right? If I'm the bus driver and he pulls out a gun, I'm like, all right, stop the bus. Here, get the fuck out. You know what I mean? But the bus driver said, oh yeah, all right, and he backed out too. I'm like, really? Like that's not gonna end
this seemed
well.
like this was some extra beef. Like they had some like some shit happened a couple weekends ago, or he said something to him. Cause he wasn't supposed to have a gun. You're not supposed to have a gun as a bus driver, period.
Mhm.
And they said that in the news report, and I'm just like, it's Charlotte. It sounded like he was prepared for this beef to come back around. So I'm just saying, I feel like this was like some premeditated beef.
How many shots did they bust there?
I don't know.
I
The fact that there was other
10,
people on
12
the bus,
shots.
there were other passengers.
And they only shot once each, man. These guys never been to a range, obviously. Look how close they were. They only got shot once each. The guy crawled off the bus and ran away. He was right next to him.
Never
Talking
had
about
a
you never had a problem on the subway. Where you live at?
Bus drivers and passengers are all crazy. I'd rather ride my bike. Hey,
You're right.
Where you live at? Because I mean, my husband is from Maryland, and we didn't got on the metro before, and I'm just like,
What you guys call it, Metro too?
yeah, in DC, Maryland, Virginia, they call it the metro. It's in New York, they call it the subway.
Yeah.
We're not the only ones, you know.
Right, because here in Canada,
Why should they
it's our
call it
metro.
subway?
I don't know why they call it the subway in New York. So, okay.
You lived in Vancouver, yeah, okay. Yeah, that's probably
Yeah.
why. It's kind of soft out there in Vancouver, though. Like, hey, nothing really goes on out there
You
in
guys have
Vancouver.
crime over there?
You
I just
know?
you guys have fucking crazy prices on your real estate. That's all I know about Vancouver.
That's
It
crazy.
rains all the time.
All the time. But that's the thing, though. I'm just like, man, these guys are crazy. I don't know if I ever want to go out to Charlotte. And again,
I ain't fucking going out.
Now you just got nowhere to go, and you got. That's with everywhere though. Like you do, like I don't go to the hood of places I don't know. When I go up to Maryland, I go up there with my husband, and I roll with him, and he live in he's from a hood-ish place. He's from Prince George County. If you look up Prince George County, you'll be like, that's the hood. And I'm like, it's not the hood if you from there. But if you not from there and you just come around thinking you big and bad and shit, yeah.
It's the hood, right? Yeah.
You know?
What up, Danny?
What were we talking about earlier? And you said, Danny. Oh, North Carolina and South Carolina. Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
you guys
Danny,
got
comment chat.
You guys
South Carolina is just a more country version. It's just way more country down there. Like the way they talk, the food they cook, the shit they eat is just way more country. That's it.
What the alligator and the possum?
The gator.
That's more Louisiana.
Yeah, Louisiana, the alligator.
Like
in
that.
Florida. Louisiana, Florida.
Florida, they eat everything in Florida. That's where they keep the aliens. Area 51 is a front. They keep the aliens in Florida.
You guys ate gator?
I've ate gator before.
It's good.
Yeah, I've ate turtle.
Turtle was better than I thought it was going to be when I had it.
Yes, turtle was better than I thought it was going to be.
Is there shortage of food up there or something? What the fuck? I thought that shit only happens in Thailand. What the fuck?
No, I know somebody that ate squirrel before.
What?
I ain't never ate no
Hey, listen,
I've
we
had-
got all
I've had a
kinds
squirrel
up here. If
stew
he's
before.
hungry, we got all kinds.
I have had a squirrel stew before.
You do?
It was good.
Yo, hold on.
It was good, man.
Hold on.
It was fire.
What is the name of the restaurant where you ordered squirrel soup from? I'm curious. Like
No, it was
caters to that
when I was
shit.
younger. My grandparents were cooking.
So it's black people?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Squirrels?
Look, the turtle stew that I ate came from somebody that actually raised the turtles to be eaten. And they
So you never ate a squirrel?
No, I've never ate a squirrel. I know
I'm just
somebody that's
checking.
eating squirrel. I know somebody that hunted them, skinned it, and cooked it and ate it and all that. I live in North Carolina, man.
This has become so educational for me. You don't understand.
Leave us Southerners alone. Thank you.
We were stinging Danny. Now we're going deep, boy.
Hey, Roberta, we have to ask this. You guys had goat?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like goat. I like goat and lamb.
Okay, because Danny didn't eat goat.
You never tried goat?
Yeah, I've had it.
Okay, because if you tried squirrel, you have to have tried goat.
Look, it's levels. Look, you go chicken, beef, pork, and then you start going into the seafood, and then you start going into like the rabbit, goat, lamb area, and that's when you start going into the weird shit like gator and
Who started?
ostrich.
You guys started. I stopped at the goat. You know what I mean? That's very stuff. That rest of that stuff? No, sir. No, absolutely not.
I can imagine eating one ostrich egg is a fucking meal. That's a big ass fucking egg, man. I didn't know people eat that shit.
I've heard of people eating iguanas. They got too many iguanas in Florida. That's a invasive species, so they's killing them. And I guess they was like, might as well leave it. I told you, Florida is wild as fuck. Like everybody think all of America is wild. No, it's concentrated in certain areas, and Florida is just one of them areas. And it's just like, yeah.
I'm like, if there ain't no food storage, shortage, there's no way. I am not touching none of that stuff.
Why?
Hey, man.
It's animals.
No.
I'll eat them before I'm eating insects. I won't lie. I'll eat
for sure.
I'll eat a turtle or try a turtle before I eat a cricket.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Or a fucking
I've never had
giant black beetle on a fucking steak.
I can't. It's the. Once I feel like I got a leg in my mouth, I just can't. I mean, and it's weird because it's like you sitting there eating a chicken leg and shit, and it's like that don't bother you. Nah, I look at a chicken alive and be like, I bet you delicious. No. Chicken is good. There's nothing you can make me that can make me be like, chicken is. I mean, like I've
Yeah,
watched the
chicken
whole
is good.
videos.
Mhm.
Now I like watch the whole like videos that like turn you vegan because I had one where I watched the dairy industry and I was like, yeah. And the only thing I can't stop eating is ice cream, but like all the rest of that shit I can get it up. Like,
Shit,
you
not
know.
Yeah,
me.
more or less
I
gave
saw
me
that damn thing. I'm like, hey, give me a piece of that steak over there. Make that shit. I want that cow right there. Let me have
See,
it. I don't care. I'm eating that shit.
me, I used to love hot dogs, bologna, and all that stuff, and then I watched, how it was made, and I never touched that stuff again. I was like,
I'm
nope,
still living. I don't care. I'm eating that shit.
nope.
I can't understand. I'm eating
Yo,
it.
have you guys ever eaten faux crab?
No.
It's faux is fake in French. Fake
Oh,
crab.
like
Oh yeah.
imitation crab.
Imitation crab.
Imitation
Yeah.
crab. You guys have eaten it?
Yeah,
No,
Okay.
I have. Yeah.
no.
Well, no need for you to watch it, Nadia. But JG, I highly suggest you watch the video on how that shit is produced.
And I guarantee I'm
And
still
trust
eating
me,
it too.
no, you will stop eating it. I guarantee you. I
Well,
guarantee you.
not necessarily. I showed you the video about the hot dogs and that stuff, and you didn't stop eating them.
I'm not eating hot dogs anymore.
Oh, you don't
Shit,
eat them
I am.
anymore?
No.
I had one the
You
other day. That
crazy?
shit was delicious.
If it isn't all beef, there's 100% beef hot dogs, and you see the price difference.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Yeah,
a hot
I
dog
eat
is a
turkey
good
hot dogs.
it's a good thing to eat a hot dog. Actually, I prefer a sausage, and I don't even want to know how those motherfuckers are made.
Same way.
But so you know about the casing and shit? Like,
Yes,
I don't know.
cut-
I'm
I
like
cut that
really
shit
into
off.
food.
Nadia,
So
I cut that. This is how I make my sausage. I cut that shit down the middle, and I peel that umbilical cord off, and I cook it like that. I don't want to be eating that shit. That shit would just fucking gross me out, man. I'm chewing on that rubber.
I am
Somebody was
eating the
bored of
hell
this
out
shit.
of it. I don't care.
I peel it right.
I'm
Have you
gonna
ever tried it
shit
without
out.
it, KG?
I'm gonna shit it out anyway. It don't
This
matter.
shit just be hanging. Pull me out. Pull me out.
Nah. Mm-mm.
Try it. Try it without the skin. I'm telling you, you're gonna.
Try
I
it
have.
with
I
the
had a
skin.
window without it. I shit it out the same way. It don't
And-
matter. It's eating up.
I hear you. Me, I'm a
So what
texture
about
guy.
what about the pepperoni? Remember Nova Scotia pepperoni? That good one? You still eat that?
We can't get it.
But if you get it, you still eat it?
Yeah, and you have to have some sense in life.
Because that's made the same way too. Yeah.
I don't know what's in it, but it tastes good. Just don't fucking tell me.
I can't do it anymore. All that stuff, I can't do it anymore.
You can't eat pepperoni?
Mm-mm.
no, man. When
No, but this is a special pepperoni. I'm telling you, people travel there to get it.
Get it? Yeah.
I
It's
bought-
really good, but
I bought so much that they questioned me at the airport what I do for a living. And I came back here, and within a month and a half, it was all
It was gone.
gone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
Wow.
remember. I remember. It's good pepperoni, but
Oh
I
my
can't do it
God.
anymore. I can't
Throw
do
that
it
in the
anymore.
microwave with some honey mustard.
not the microwave.
Just 10 seconds.
At least
just to pop it.
just the air, to put it in the air fryer, not the microwave.
Oh, we didn't have air
fryers
fryer
are
back
bad.
then.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well, you
that
want to
was
go
rough.
there. You want to go there. Everything's going to kill us. It's just a matter of how long.
Hell yeah, that's what I be trying to explain to everybody. I'm like, because the whole like, don't use a microwave, get rid of your microwave, and then like, oh no, the air fryer's got this stuff in them, so you only need to. I'm like, so what? We just cook over fire, and then it's like, oh, you gotta watch what you
gotta go
burn,
back
because
to
what you
basics.
burn. I'm like, look, man, I something gonna kill me, and I just gotta,
Roll
just
the
gonna
dice.
live my life and eat whatever.
Facts.
If it's not how you're cooking it, it's what you're cooking. I thought this was just meat. No, there's this and this and this. There's that and this. This could kill you. That could make your skin turn orange. All this fucking
Pesticides.
shit. Everything. Like, have you seen
GMOs.
the feedback on Doritos?
Doritos, no.
I'm
But-
telling you, you research Doritos, you will never let your kid eat it again.
And another thing too, right? You know, Kraft Singles, right? Watching this video, and
Catch
they're
on
like,
fire.
they don't call it cheese because there is
It's
not
cheese
enough
product.
cheese in there.
Yes.
They can't call it cheese. I'm like,
Just like
It's
all
like-
the chicken sandwiches where they say real chicken parts.
right.
Just like Yoo-Hoo and Nesquik, it says chocolate drink. It's not even chocolate milk.
Oh,
It's like,
really?
yeah, it's not dairy. It's like water and chocolate and syrup and coloring and yeah.
Huh.
I don't know if y'all had it up there because I know it's a lot of shit in America that we got
Mm-hmm.
that y'all don't have because they just feed us terribly. Like everybody in the military, I know they say, and that has been overseas, they say when they go to another country, their health improves. And I'm like, yeah, because the food over here is terrible. It's
Mm-hmm.
bad for you.
Oh, yeah.
Everything.
Especially if they go over to Europe, they're seeing a real fucking difference.
Oh yeah.
Especially fruits and vegetables. Oh my god! Like this is what a cucumber tastes like.
A fresh one, a real one.
You know what I mean?
The
When I
sad
went to
thing about
Bulgaria, Anzo, I ate a tomato like it was an apple. That
Oh
shit,
yeah.
I bit into it, juice is flying everywhere, and I was like, "What? What kind of tomatoes are we eating back home? Fuck."
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I know. Chill said, "I guess I'm not searching up Doritos." Yeah, I'll probably skip that one too.
the
If you
sad
love
thing
them,
about
go look it up.
Doritos, the sad thing about Doritos is the fact that they served that to my daughter in preschool as a snack.
Oh, really?
I'm like, so what part of healthy? I mean, it was like Doritos and a fruit cup, but then the fruit cup is like
Lactose,
a
fructose.
fruit cocktail, like not even
Yeah,
like a fresh, like
real fruit.
what?
Mm-hmm.
I hate school. That's why my kids take their lunch to school. But she was in preschool and they was like they have to eat what's served, and I'm just like. They was like, she never really eats. And I'm like, yeah, because this shit sucks. Like,
Do you
look at
remember
this
what we
sandwich.
got? What we got in school was that frisbee cookie and a box of milk.
Milk, yeah.
And
My
nothing wrong
daughter,
with that. Nothing
my
wrong with
daughter
that.
would not drink milk. Nope.
The little box
Hey,
of milk
Yeah,
too.
little
man,
box
that
of
was
milk.
some good
Just
ass
enough to
milk too,
finish that
bro.
cookie.
That was some good ass milk too. That little
No,
caramel milk they
no,
got.
it was not.
Oh my, to me it was that
What?
little chocolate milk. Oh my god, I tore
Chocolate.
that up.
That's the
I
only
tore
thing I
that up.
got was chocolate, man.
Yep.
I wasn't drinking that white
See,
milk.
No, I
you
got
That
see,
the
one
good.
we,
percent.
Chocolate milk, they gotta keep up their complexion.
but you guys had,
Fucking ignorant bitches.
but you guys had the choice of chocolate milk. I never had the
Yeah.
choice of chocolate
No,
milk.
we
I
didn't.
had
It
to,
was
yeah,
either
I had to
fucking
bring
3% or
like the
2%.
powder. Yeah, right. I had to bring the powder to milk to make my own chocolate milk. But they
Yeah.
weren't giving us chocolate milk. It was a
They
nasty
gave
ass.
us. Man, I remember they tried that milk in a bag for a while. I was like, what the?
Oh nah, okay, nah.
It's like you can't trust
Well,
American kids with milk in a bag. It was so many messes. They was like, yeah, we ain't never doing this shit again. Like,
but
yeah.
you guys don't have milk in a bag over there, do you? You can't go to the store and buy milk in a bag,
No,
can
no,
you?
no,
Yeah, you
No.
see,
no.
we can. Like we have like an actual plastic bag and has 3 little bags of milk in it, and you can buy
Plastic
that.
bag holding 3 plastic bags full of
Of
milk.
milk, yeah.
A bag, a bag and a bag and a
And they
bag.
let you see that there's milk through the original bag holding the plastic bag of milk.
You know?
You know, to make sure you know you're buying milk in a plastic bag. But if you don't have
Yeah.
that special fucking dispenser to put it in,
Yeah,
you have
right.
milk all over your house.
So now we showed what happened in North Carolina. This is what happened in Toronto. Watch this shit. Oh, shit,
What
wrong
happened in
video.
Okay.
My bad. We already played that video. Hold on.
Just buy a treadmill at home. She too embarrassed.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, just buy a treadmill at home. Save
You know
your
what I
money
mean?
at the gym.
And
Just buy a
never go
treadmill.
back to there again.
I'm an advocate for exercise, and everybody need to do some form of exercise at least 3 times a week. But
Yes.
after that incident, yeah, man, just buy a tread, buy a Peloton. Go work on Why?
It's not popping. It's not popping.
Why? I'm fighting.
What?
Exactly. Exactly. I would have whooped his ass all through that bus.
Let me guess.
Yep.
Another TikTok fucking.
I don't know because that's not the only one. Like there was a party, there was like a park thing, and these guys were shooting fireworks at people, and they shot it into a building and stuff like that. So I don't know what's going on with people, man. But you want to
It's the
bust?
youth.
It's crazy.
No, and I hate to blame. I'm not blaming the youth.
Oh, I know who to blame
I'm
this,
just
yeah.
saying it is them. It is them because they did the shit in Chicago.
Blame the government.
How do I know
I
it
don't
was
know about
Toronto?
you guys up there, but we can't put the leather on our kids' asses up here. So these kids are running around, fucking doing whatever the fuck they want with no repercussions. I can
Facts.
fucking shoot fireworks on the bus. What's gonna
Facts.
happen? You're gonna send me to
Nothing.
another school?
Facts.
Fuck.
Because I read something on it, Chill. That's why. That's 110% the same type of kid who was part of those devious lick trends. Yeah, well, I wouldn't say that, but I just think that, fireworks on a bus like that, like you said, they should have fucking broke his ass up. No telling who that hit or that's crazy, man.
Exactly.
You don't do shit like that on a bus, man. But for some reason over there, I think Toronto is like one of those places that like to be like New York. You know what I mean? Like they've always had that we want to be New York type of vibe over there, right? Chill. You know what I'm talking about. So they
The
do
American
stupid
vibe.
shit.
That's what they want. I don't know if it's so much New York, but they want the American vibe there.
Trying to
Especially
get
since they
grimy,
got
son.
the NBA team.
We doing
Right.
drill over here, son. Trying to get grimy, son. Get froggy over here, son. In Toronto's how we do it, son.
Son?
Yeah.
Nah, you read a bias article. All those outsiders are jealous. Nah, because you defending over there, Chill. You live over there, but you know it's that's where it was. Look at the bus, right? I'm sure you rode that bus.
That
You
didn't look like no
probably rode that
American bus. I say that.
You know when PJ came down when he first moved to T-Dot? He told me, Unc, if you're driving down in Toronto and you see a guy with his headlights off, don't flash him to turn them on. I go, why not? He goes, because they'll turn around and shoot at you.
What?
But that's what you guys do for entertainment in Toronto? What
Like
the
I
fuck
said,
is
all
that?
this shit sounds like Chicago.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. They're trying to be American.
Chicago.
And there's Bloods
Literally,
and Crips
kids
up
was
in
doing
Toronto.
fireworks and shit. Yep.
They're making their way there because it's turning into a metropolis. They got an NBA team. They got a lot of money over there. It's a big fucking city. And the cops are nowhere near like the American cops. So if they come over here, it's fucking Club Med for them.
Yeah,
How the
you're
hell
right.
do you have beef when it's freaking cold like that in Canada? I just can't beef it. It's too damn cold to be beefing. I'll wait till the summertime.
Listen. Hold on. It does warm up over here, bro. You know what I mean?
Every time I
Like,
see you got a hoodie or a jacket or a sweatshirt on, I ain't seen it get a warm up there yet.
Well, to be honest with you, today's kind of chilly. You know what I mean? Today was kind of chilly, but the weather's nice over here. I don't know what you guys are talking about. We do not live in fucking igloos and wear ski shoes. You know that, right?
I watch Canadian YouTubers, so yeah, I know y'all don't. But I'm just like, when do it get warm? How warm do it get? Like I said, I'm from North Carolina. It'll be 80 degrees.
Yeah, we get up there. We get up to like, when it's really hot, 30. Well, we do Celsius. You guys do Fahrenheit.
Yeah, I do
But
Celsius.
yeah, we go up to like 33, sometimes we've hit 40. But the worst part about it is it's the humidity, right? Like the humidity is terrible over here.
Okay, yeah. I know what that's like.
You haven't been to South Carolina, have you? It'd be 80 degrees with 95-degree heat index and shit. And
yep.
Yeah, I think
you walk outside 2 seconds, you start sweating.
Yep.
Yeah, same
you basically get Tourette's in the summertime because you walk out the house, you just be like, damn. For no reason. It's hot. It just be that hot.
Roberto, this is for you. Chill said no. When I was a new driver, somebody flashed me for my headlights, and I thanked the driver. Fake news.
Yeah, but you're not a Blood or a Crip monger, so you need to research. You're probably living up where Drake lived and shit.
All right. So now another topic that I have here is very interesting topic, and I am pretty sure it is going to trigger my boy Roberto.
And you know what? Killmonger should be thanking us because
why?
Montreal or Quebec built Toronto.
Yeah, we did. You're right.
You better respect us.
Yeah,
man.
you're right.
We made you. All you
Yeah,
had was
facts.
Chinatown before we did our thing here.
Facts. He said merci. So here's another video. Check this
You're
one out,
welcome,
guys.
Joe.
Tell you, you were out to lunch. If you think it's acceptable to not show up because you think if there's some
And yes, this is Canada.
pride activities going on at school, right? Oh, that's fine. You know, because I'm going to show my opinion by hanging out at the mall. But meanwhile, all of those kids who are, you know, involved in, say, the Gay Street Alliance or whatever, I don't even know if we have that anymore in our school, they're here when we did Ramadan for Lion Time, and they're showing respect in the class for your religion, right, for your beliefs. It goes two ways. If you want to be respected for who you are, if you don't want to suffer prejudice for your religion, your color of skin, your whatever, then you better give it back to people who are different from you. That's how it works. It's an exchange. And it isn't like that in all countries. As I told you, in Uganda, literally, if they think you're gay, they will execute you. If you believe that kind of thing, then you don't belong here. Because that is not what Canada believes. We believe in freedom. We believe that people can marry whomever they want. That is in the law. And if you don't think that should be the law, you can't be Canadian. You don't belong here. And I mean it.
What?
I really mean it. And it's not a joke, Mansour.
She's fired, right?
Ma'am? No,
I
she
don't
not.
know. I don't think
She
so.
might be.
That sounds like Toronto again. Chill.
It sounds for real.
First of all,
That's
that
not
would
Montreal,
never
it's
happen.
French.
That would never happen in the North Carolina. Class.
Oh, I know that.
First of all, no, the hate for gay people in the South because of the whole Bible Belt, like living in the Bible Belt, like just man, jeez, it's terrible. But like the fact that this is coming from a teacher, and the fact that she's like, you can't be Canadian because you don't believe in what we believe in. I'm like, ew, y'all sound like American indoctrination. You can't be American if you don't stand up for the flag. Man, you know how many times I ain't stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, for the flag, for none of that. I'm not.
For real.
Get out
Why?
my face with that. I'm not. No, you're not. You are no longer indoctrinating me, and I'm not indoctrinating my children. I love America. I love being American. I love the United States. This is my birthplace. They owe black people a lot of shit, but I'm not about to sit here and bend over and kiss American ass for what? Where my reparations at?
Facts.
That's why where my reparations? And I know I'm a descendant of slaves because my family did the history of all that shit. I know where my reparations at. I ain't standing for shit till I get my money. But over school participate in gay activities.
But that's the thing. They tried. Well, I think they did pass a law, right?
Should it be choice? Like I'm confused.
They passed a law
I'm like,
over here.
I don't feel like he shouldn't have a choice. Like, because I don't know. Because like in America, it's like, man, if you want to be a part of some shit, you can be a part of some shit. If you don't, you don't. You know, whatever. And then your parents always had a right to like say yes or no, and they ask you if you want to participate in shit like this, because don't nobody got time for no angry parents about. Because I'm trying to tell you, people get angry around here for dumb shit all the time.
That's not necessarily true, Nadia, because I'm a fan of hockey, and they're celebrating LGBTQ whatever across the league. And in the States, there's a couple of players who didn't partake in those events, and it was all over the news. Because one or two guys out of a team of 30, 28 other guys participated, but all they talked about was the two who didn't. They were Russian, or they can't do it because this shit's gonna happen. It's called pro-choice. Because I don't do it doesn't mean I don't like you or I don't respect you. It means I don't want to fucking be there. I don't have to justify why.
I saw somebody from the. Go ahead.
No, if anybody I justify it to, I'll tell my parents, Dad, I didn't feel like going.
For real.
I saw somebody in the queer community say today that it's okay to be pro-gay but not be an ally. And he was like, pro-gay does not equal an ally. He was like, just because you cool with people being gay, don't mean that you have to participate in the gay festivities of this month. And I was like, thank you, because it's okay to be like, I don't care about you being gay, but I'm just not about to be in this parade with you. Fine.
Exactly.
I don't understand why people want to shove this down people's throat and be like, you have to accept this.
It's a mandate
That's
right
stupid.
now. They're forcing it on us. Forcing it.
100%.
And that's what pisses me off. Like, you can't force shit. You cannot force it. Like, relationships and ponytails, you can't force it. Like,
what did we say?
All the time.
When they force them, forcing people to do stuff causes people to rebel.
Facts.
And then they more look like they are against you than initially from the start.
Mm-hmm.
That's like this whole shit. There should be an age that kids start learning about this, because like my 5-year-old don't know shit about people being gay, bi, queer, whatever, and I don't care that she don't know. For what? She's 5. She needs to learn how to write her name better.
You're not teaching her that in school. They don't have a trans coming to.
This is North Carolina. This is the Bible Belt. If anything, they trying to get these. No, hell no. Hell no, they don't teach this in school. I mean, I feel like it's more acceptance for it now. And, you know, but like, you still got gay people in the pulpit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I've seen a church that has a rainbow flag on the front where they're like, this is a church, but we also accept, you know, gay people. And I'm just like,
why not?
I don't care either way.
They believe in God just like us. But if they want to say God is one of them now, then there's an issue.
100%.
I've seen some better gay Christians than I have people that call themselves Christians.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. And the thing is, like I said last time, because we had like kind of this topic the last time, right? We were talking about here in Canada, they created a law where you could get fined $25,000 for being transphobic, right? And spend time in jail. And I said, okay, so you want to give
define
them laws.
it though. That's a thin line to teeter. What do you consider transphobic?
Exactly.
Because I don't want to kiss a trans person that's transphobic, or is that my preference?
Exactly. That's what Roberto said, right? But I brought it deeper than that. I'm like, okay, so that's fine if you want to give them these type of, you know, laws or whatever. But where's the laws for us? Where's the laws for saying the N-word? You know what I mean? And walking down the street and having people curse us out and being racist towards us and telling us we can't go into a store. Where are our laws?
But like I told you then, and I'll tell you now, it's obvious they want us to go through this. They're doing it. They set the traps or they set the paths and we walk down them.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I see it, man, in all honesty. Because they can't really stop us from uniting. And you know, what they did to the Black Panther Party, who I was like so awed over because that's like my time, more or less.
Mm-hmm.
I was in awe over those guys. Because there was actually someone sticking up for the people I saw getting water sprayed and bit by dogs and all
organized.
Yes, organized. And what did they do?
They don't ever want us to organize again.
Thank you very much.
They don't ever want us to organize. They scared of that shit.
They still do it. You know what? This is all leading up to a story, because many, many, many years later, here I am in Philadelphia, walking down the street in a black neighborhood, and I see this fucking, you know, all the buildings are connected.
Yeah.
In the middle of the block. No word of a lie, Anzo. Like a 3-story building charred to the ground. And I'm like, why don't they remove this? Like, how long has this been here? Oh, this has been here for years. I go, what was here? A black-owned business.
Mm-hmm.
This is right near borderline Chinatown, Philadelphia. And they're leaving it there to set this is what the guy told me. This is to show them this is what happens if you try and open a business on this side of town. It still fucking exists strong.
Mm-hmm. There is an organization, though. I don't know if you guys know about it, but my sister is a huge part of it, called the NFAC.
NFAC.
Yeah,
that sounds familiar.
Like there's
Is that like the short for the NAACP?
It's they kind of like the Black Panthers, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? but their leader is going to, or I think he's going to jail. They gave him like 25 years for some
Of course.
bullshit, right?
Of course.
So because again, black people are uniting, they don't like that shit. And when my sister tells me a story, I
John
can't really,
Johnson.
you know what I'm talking about?
I'm looking it up right now.
Yeah, that's him.
So this wasn't a cult because that shit. I'm
Yeah.
just making sure this wasn't a no because I went down a cult rabbit hole one time and I was like, bruh, it's been so many cults. Like just they trying to covert shit to where it's like seriously they had a cult where they made black and white people renounce their race and they lived in harmony. And it's like that sounds wonderful and all, but this is still a cult.
Right. It could be, you know what I mean? To be honest with you, it could be. But it seemed like from when I talked to her about it, like they were doing stuff for black people out where they were, you know what I mean? So I mean, but not too many people know about this organization if that's what they're doing. And if we could all unite, they would, bro. You know what I mean? We could make some serious changes. But the problem is a lot of black people, all they can concerned about is themselves. That's it.
It's they took us away from the village mentality and made us believe in individuality. Not that we can't, not that we shouldn't be individuals, but in the fact that it's everybody for themselves. That's
Yeah.
what they did to us. That's why they split us up, split our tribes up, and everybody confused. We don't know the same languages. They dropped us off at different places. They just the shit, the amount of lakes that in America there are just towns that are flooded. Like literally, I just found out that the lake near my house is a
You're
old
starting
black
to scare
town
me,
that they
Nadia.
flooded.
You're starting to scare me.
Oh,
Yeah,
I know
it's
what
true.
part of North Carolina you're in now. I
But-
know exactly what part you're talking. I know
But
about this.
but why
I
is she
talked about
scaring you,
this.
Roberto? Yeah, there you go.
I talked about this a couple of maybe
A
4
couple of
months
shows
ago, 3
ago.
months
Yeah.
ago,
Mhm.
because I took an Uber with a Haitian descendant living in America, and he educated me to the next level. As soon as I got home, I Googled everything. He goes, "You know that thing that's in the news now, where they found that black town underwater?"
Mhm.
He goes, "You know, there's many more, huh?" He gave me an exact number, and he was on point. And I researched it, and I was like, "Holy shit! Nobody is talking about this."
You know how many places in America still have the word, like actual places in America that still have the word nigga in the name and they refuse to change it? Why? What's the
Exactly.
point? Why? Why even have those planes with those places with the word in it? Why? There's no point, but they won't change it. It's like a petition. It's like I want to say it's a website that they've been an organization that has been working to get that change, but they will not change it
Wow,
for no reason.
that just goes to
It's
show.
the amount of places that still have the bell that rings for the sundown towns and shit like that.
Yep.
Why?
I know
Why?
Arkansas, I think, still has a couple towns like that.
Hell yeah. Arkansas, Mississippi,
Mississippi, yep.
Alabama. Jeez.
Wow.
Why?
And you look at
Yeah.
historically all the different Black Wall Streets we've had, right? That were destroyed. Usually
They don't want us
because
to
of
organize.
when we organize. Look at like I said, the Black Panthers. How they stop them? Oh, well, they were giving free breakfast programs. Really?
Oh,
That's how you got rid of
they made them a terrorist group.
make them a
Yeah.
terrorist group, right?
Mm-hmm.
You look at what happened with Malcolm X and the Nation of Islam at the time. Oh, look what they're talking. They're a terrorist group.
Mm-hmm.
Any
We
momentum
gotta
of
get
power
rid of
that comes along, they squash it. They put a label on it and squash it. Put fear in people. Totally.
Go ahead, Roberto.
That's why
This
on
goes
most
off our
podcasts,
chest. I gotta just, breathe
Yeah.
sometimes. I don't want to have completely
Because-
off our chest with a, heartbeat stopping and shit.
Because we were talking about the schools, right? So I found this video.
Need to be teaching this radical LGBT grooming agenda in schools. It's one thing if parents want to do that on their own time, that is a parent's right to do that, with some exceptions, of course. But to bring this in and bake this into a public school curriculum is wrong. And meanwhile, Chinese students are learning quantum physics, and we've got our students learning how to twerk from drag queens. It's not going to end well. This is grooming. This is ideological mind control. It's introducing this to a group of individuals, especially to young kids who have no business learning any of this sexually explicit material. This is not about being anti-gay, or as the incorrectly labeled Ron DeSantis' bill, don't say gay. This is about keeping this out of the classroom because it does not belong there. This is a grooming agenda. It is extreme. It is explicit. It does not belong in front of young children at their school. They should be learning reading, writing, and arithmetic, not this filth.
100.
Of kids
I don't even know
watching
what she
a
is.
drag show. What is the point? That is.
You know what this was when I was young, Nadia? This was called adult entertainment. You had to be 18 and over to see
Exactly.
this. Now they're bringing it to
Exactly.
children.
I always
Not
thought
even to
this
high
was
school.
adult entertainment.
Children.
Not yes, no. They don't. I don't understand why this is being shown to children. Not that I have a problem with drag queens or drag shows. I have a problem with people showing this to children when they twerking and doing splits and being sexual. Why do you need to be sexual in front of children?
Facts.
There's never a need for you to be sexual in front of a child. Why?
You're gonna tell me there isn't an agenda when you see shit like this?
Right. And let's be real. If it was a woman doing it, you know what I mean? Or a man doing it, like just to take the trans out of it, we would still be like, what the fuck are they doing? You know what I mean?
They got mad at Erica Banks. Busted Erica Banks for performing at a school, and she started twerking. I was like, you brought somebody whose most famous song is called Busted to talk for kids at a school, and then got mad because she started twerking.
Facts.
In front of high school children. Please make it make sense. Y'all not using I don't understand where logic has went in this world, but logic is people don't use that shit no more. I have a hard time watching movies because I be injecting logic in everyday thing. And they be like, shut the fuck up and enjoy the movie. And I'm like, I'm enjoying it, but I see that this is not real, you know?
Right.
Like logically speaking.
It's crazy, ain't it?
But yeah, ain't nobody using logic no more. I think the first time I even asked my mom, the first time I even asked my mom what gay was, I think I was 11, and it's because I used to watch a lot of MTV. So like, of course they had gay people on MTV. This is like 1999, 2000, you know. So like you know, late 90s, early 2000s. This is they just now starting to show gay people being gay and kissing and shit on TV comfortably. So I was like, Mama, what's gay? She was like, it's where a man want to be with a man and woman want to be with one. Okay. And I went on about my day. That's all I need. And if your child finds it, because you can't, I'm not saying hide the shit. I'm just saying do not expose children to shit that they don't even fucking understand.
Facts. Like
kids don't. That's like my daughter keep talking about her brother can't do this because it's for girls. I said, who said that's for girls? Like, I don't like the indoctrination on either end. I don't want you to indoctrinate my daughter to thinking this is what girls do and girls do this. But then I also don't want you to be like, all this extra shit, cisgender, non-binary, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, that's too many words for her right now. If she wants to explore those words and learn those terms and be a part of that community, then that's her business when she gets to that age. But she 5. Like I said, she needs to learn to write her name better before she start worrying about being non-binary.
Facts. And they putting it in the cartoons and everything.
Yep. I seen that cow cartoon. I was like, no, because you're confusing them, because it's like it's so much more that they could be learning. And I get that's a part of learning about yourself. Don't get me wrong. This ain't nothing new. I'm bi. So I've been knowing I was bi since I was a young age. But I'm not running around screaming, I'm bi. You know what I mean? Just throwing it up in people's face and like trying to and teaching my daughter, you know, I like men and women and no, fuck it. That ain't no shit she need to know.
Facts. 100%.
That's a conversation to be had when they mature enough to understand the shit. They trying to drop some shit on them that's way too advanced for them. and that they don't need to know about right now. It's okay to know that your friend a little, kids are very intuitive and they're not giving them enough credit
Facts.
because we all know somebody that we picked up on that they was gay when we was very
Oh
young.
yeah, yeah,
We was like, that's some that
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
they not like everybody else, and that's fine.
Right.
You
One
know what
hundred
I mean?
percent. And I have a friend, right, who his girlfriend had a son. And the son was young, you know what I mean? I can't remember the age now, but real young, like 5, maybe 4. And they never wanted to play with any toys other than dolls. You know what I mean? Always wanted to play with her sister toys. So my friend was like, yeah, he's probably, gay. And sure enough, he ended up being gay, right? That's why you said these kids, like, you don't have to shove it down their face. They usually know. You know what I mean? Or you as a parent can see some signs. You know what I mean? It doesn't always necessarily mean because the kid wants to play with
Well, how
toys.
did those other kids know that had to keep it hidden all the time before now they can come out and show it? If anything, it's gotten better. So what's the big issue?
Right. It's just they
You can
want to
actually
push
walk
this
on the street and
agenda.
holding hands now. You can actually kiss on the street and people won't stop and stare at you or say
Right.
lesbian, gay. So
Hmm.
how much more you want?
They
We
want it
have to
all.
do it too.
You got to know where to do that at, because I don't know if y'all dabble in P Valley, but
I do.
you ain't doing that shit in certain parts of the South.
You
And I,
are
be- and
not.
I believe you. And
You
they
are
know
not.
that too, right? If they
Hmm.
don't know, they will
Yeah, they
find
know
out.
that.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I know, but see, Memphis is it's slowly become the new Atlanta. Slowly
Oh
becoming the new
God.
Atlanta. And I remember me and my wife
Oh,
at
Memphis
a
wilding
restaurant.
like that.
Hey, we went me and my wife at a restaurant once, right? And I saw a bunch of guys at a bar. I'm thinking they looking at me. I'm like, no, they see me right here. Why these motherfuckers looking at me? They weren't looking at her. I'm like, whoa, shit. So, which I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, okay, okay, yeah, I got it. Everybody, okay, I'm cool. But at the same time, it's kids are like you said, they're sponges, right? You
Hmm.
put a child.
Hmm.
If you say a child has behavioral issues, they put them in the classroom with a bunch of kids with behavioral issues. What do you think they're gonna get when they get home? Have those same
More
behavioral
behavior
issues.
issues.
They're gonna be
Right.
even worse, right?
It's
And
like
so,
putting people in jail that's criminals. Like,
exactly.
you know
And
what I mean?
so,
You learn how to be a better criminal for prison.
Facts.
exactly, right? And
And
so,
yeah, go ahead.
you put twerking and stuff like that. I mean, even if you oh, my wife talked to me. Even if
Oh,
there were straight kids twerking in schools, right? What's going to happen?
Exactly.
Stop that! Stop that!
yeah,
Stop
yeah.
that!
Hmm.
But if someone's LGBTQ and they're twerking, oh, we can't say stop that because we can get in trouble.
Yeah, for real.
No.
I remember
Stop the
one time we
trouble.
were growing up, and in high school we had a fashion show, and for whatever reason they decided to give us a bathing suit section of the fashion show. You know what I mean? And some of the bathing suits came out. They were like, decent. But this one girl came out in this bathing suit, and I kid you not, the teacher took her off the stage, bro. Like literally took her off the stage, and then they had the pictures up on the wall the next day for the fashion show, and there was a picture of her in the bathing suit on the wall. I kid you not, by the first break, that picture was gone. That picture was gone. You
Until
understand?
revealing.
Yeah. Yeah. It was like one of them real French. It wasn't like a thong or anything. It was just like a real French cut one. It was high up there. And like, we all like 16 and stuff like that. And that's what you come into the fashion show. So now then it wasn't acceptable. And that's a regular woman, right? So if that's not acceptable, why is this acceptable? These kids look
Lonzo,
like
did you really
babies.
say regular woman?
Yeah, you have to say that now.
Oh, really? You have to?
No,
What?
I'm
I didn't
just
know you're
saying,
allowed.
you know what I
Oh,
mean?
Now you're categorizing
The
me?
correct term is cisgender woman.
Yeah, no,
If
that's
you
not
want
my
to
term.
see, and that's what I mean. That's what I mean about the whole
We're not getting
language that
our
they want
updates.
people to use. Now, I
Hmm.
don't. I'm not mad that they want people to use the language. I'm mad that they still trying to shove it down people's throat.
His throats,
Let
yeah.
people get used to it, cause
Hmm.
that's a lie. Cause like I was explaining to somebody about, like, if I was to explain my sexuality to somebody, I would say this, and it was a lot of words, and they looking at me like, why? And I'm like, I'm like, that's the way they explain it. And I mean, if you
Mhm.
want to label every goddamn thing, then that's this how you label it. But
But that's the thing, like everything doesn't need a label. You know what I mean?
Thank you
Like
very
you
much.
don't need to
in this
label
day and age,
every
they swear
fucking
it
thing.
do.
For real though, like, oh, I'm he, him, or she, he, or this and that. I'm like, really?
And
Like,
I'm nada. I'm nothing.
you know what I mean? Like, do we need all of that stuff? It's just it just makes no sense to me, man. And I'm like, when did this world become so crazy? Like, when did things become so damn complicated? You know? Like we said all the time, like I said, I'm cool with it. But man, when I watch shows, I don't want to see that. You know what I mean? Like I remember watching the Watchmen series, and there was one scene, man, where I was just like, it just did not need to be there at all. And I was like, okay, whatever, man. You know. But I feel the same way, and I'll say this.
Representation.
Well, 100%. But I'll say the same thing that there's some even like straight movies, like what's the movie? It's Sylvester Stallone and Sharon Stone. And even though the sex scene in that movie was garbage, I was like, this does not need to be in this movie. Like, why do I have to sit here and watch this irrelevant part to the movie? You know what I mean? So it depends on what type of movie it is and how I feel about the movie. Like, okay, that makes sense. But just to throw it in there, and that's the thing. Like now, when you watch a TV show or you watch a movie, they just throw it in there just to throw it in. Like, hey guys, look at
They
this, and
do.
that's all they promote. You know, like it's just
That's why
ridiculous
I
now.
can't watch. I can't watch anything on my TVs because my children walk in
Mm-hmm.
and like I don't know when a wild ass sex scene about to pop up on
Facts.
anything that I watch
Facts.
because they just throwing them in everything now. It's
Yeah.
just you just
Yeah.
be like do, 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 do. Ah, like what the
Right.
wait,
Yeah. You know what I mean?
and that's
Well, the first thing I say is, what time is it?
Yeah. For
You know, like
real.
you had to wait till midnight to see that shit.
Yeah.
Now it's
Yeah.
on at 8 o'clock.
Yeah. Yeah. Power? My son watch. I think it's Power he watches.
Power
He's
was
like,
pure sex. Pure
that's what he
sex.
tells me. He's
Yeah,
like, yo,
pretty
they're
much.
like they fucking like all the time in that show. I was like,
Every
really?
episode, the first fucking the first season, that's all him and that Latin girl were doing, man.
You know, it's like, okay, I get it. You know, maybe you want to have one or two, but to have it like constantly throughout the show, it's
Was
not
there a
necessary.
gay scene in Power?
Oh, I'm sure there was.
Was
I
there?
don't recall.
I'm sure there was. I think he told me there
Yes,
was.
yes.
I mean
There was
P
one in
Valley done enough for us. P-
Hey, someone was telling me, yo, no, not telling me, but I could see it on Twitter. P Valley's shit, the shit. P Valley's so good, right? And then I seen a
it
clip.
is.
I was like, nah, I'll pass.
It
I was like,
is
no,
the
like, no,
storyline is good. You
nah,
just gotta get
nah, I'll
past
pass.
all the the
I was like, nope.
storyline is so good though, because I'm more invested in the people. I don't give a fuck about the sex part. That shit is just funny to
Uh-huh,
me at this point. I'll be
uh-huh.
laughing at the sex scenes. Like, why?
Yo, is Ro telling the truth that there was a sex scene with Transformers, Decepticons?
Yeah, I thought the sex scenes in the first Transformers flick was unnecessary. No one needs to see Decepticons getting it on.
what?
I don't remember.
I don't remember that either.
I
I
don't
know
remember that.
I remember the robot humping a leg, right? I think that was in two. The little
Okay.
short robot was humping the girl's leg, which I was like, that makes no sense. That was stupid. But I don't remember the sex scene.
Thank you,
And
Danny.
Danny
I didn't think so.
said,
Yes,
no,
yes.
there's
In
no gay sex.
chapter
Okay.
Powered Ghost, the one
No,
with the
no, I'm talking
thing.
the first one, Power. There was no gay scene in Power.
Oh no,
Maybe
never,
the
no,
other
not that one.
chapters it came along because
Yeah,
they're putting in everything now, but there was no gay scenes in Power.
nah.
Yo,
And what was
I
that other
used
I
one
don't think there was
competing
a
with
gay
Power
person in Power.
that guy said he got mugged and he didn't?
yeah, I was just about to say that.
What was the name of
Empire.
that show?
That was
Empire.
Empire.
that was Empire.
That
I used
show
to
caught me
fucking
off
Empire.
guard. Caught me
yo,
off guard.
I used to love Empire
Me too.
until season like maybe middle of season 2 and then season 3. I was
They
like,
abused
okay,
it.
it's too much now.
I stopped
Like,
watching after season one. I was like, they ain't gonna live up to this.
yeah, season 1
I
was
gave up on
fire.
it after season one. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, season 1 was really good. Season 2 was good too, but then it started getting like they just started focusing on way too much of the gay stuff and the sexual stuff. And one thing else I couldn't take about it is like the family would be together at one time, and then there'd be like, oh, and fuck my father, fuck this, and it would be like, okay, but you guys, you see, what they should have did is had them as a family fighting against the world and everybody else. Instead, they kept having infighting all the time, where the sons were trying to screw the father was trying to screw the mother, and I just got real tired of that stuff, man. I got real tired
See,
of it.
sound like black
Negative
people
propaganda.
problems. Period. Because we still arguing over who get your plate first instead of organizing.
Facts.
We still arguing
100%.
about who's superior as far as the black race in general, or are Caribbean people or African people black, or are
Mm-hmm.
Americans just black. And stop. This is the stupid shit they got us arguing over,
It's
and why
called
we can't
confusion.
organize shit and get together.
Confuse them.
Yeah,
Let them run into
confusion.
each other.
Facts.
And then
What?
the gender war between black women and black men is just outrageous. Like, that
Yep.
shit is crazy.
Yep.
And the
And
division that these grown people are causing between the next generation, because the next generation is literally sitting there watching us argue. Like,
yes.
is this what it's like to be an adult? This is what I got to look forward to.
And what I
And I'm
said
like,
with all this
baby.
stuff, it's generational, right? Because if you look at it, our generation, our parents' generation, like they were like, you call them homophobic, whatever, but they ain't into that. But then it gets more shown on TV, and our generation gets a little bit more accepting, and then my son's generation gets a little bit more accepting. And now when we see what's going on now, his generation is going to feel like this is the norm, and they're going to be even more accepting of it, right? So it always starts with the kids. They sponge. That's why you see them going after the kids, because if they start accepting it now, when they get older, they'll accept it. You know what I mean? And
it'll be the norm.
Yeah, exactly. And Chill said
Most
divide and
definitely.
conquer. Right, because we still have the dark skin versus light skin debates. You know what I mean?
Still.
Like after all these years, like it's crazy. Like, we all should be united. We all should be, trying to fight against the racism and the fucking systemic racism and all of that stuff. But instead, we fighting each other.
Chillmonger just put black equals divide and conquer. That's what they, like I said, that white Australian man said it. It's a purpose. It's meant to be to keep us dispersed, because if we were all to unite, the power that we would obtain is fearful, and they don't want that to happen.
100%. If any group they don't want to unite is us. You know what I mean? They know, because the shit that they put us through, right? They know. They scared. They scared for black people to unite. When they had that Million Man March, I think that scared shit
They said,
out
oh
of them.
shit, how did we let this happen? There's a million of them.
You know what I mean?
Run for the hills, dear. We have a thing up here in Canada, Toronto. It's called Cara Fiesta. It's a big Caribbean party, right? It was much bigger, I find, when I was younger.
Yeah.
What was so funny is when we're driving to Toronto, there's traffic coming out of Toronto, not necessarily going in, and you can't find one black person in that traffic.
Yeah, for real. Yeah.
The white people are saying the blacks are coming, and they're all leaving, and all the blacks are driving in. It's fucking crazy. It's a weekend, and then it's a role reversal. You see them all driving back, and we're leaving on the opposite highway that they were on,
And you can find interviews where Shaq talks about Caravana in Toronto, where it's like, it's lit. You know what I mean?
It really is.
They love it. But here's the funny thing. Yeah, go ahead, Nadia.
Oh, I was about to say, didn't Chance the Rapper get in trouble for getting twerked on at somebody's carnival?
Yeah,
somewhere?
he did. Yeah, he did.
He did.
I think that was in either Trinidad or I think it was Trinidad or Barbados.
They was making such a big deal out of that, and I'm just like,
that's
nothing. Y'all act like he took Shorty back to the hotel and shit. You know what I mean?
Okay, let's not act, hold on. Let's not act like he didn't, though. All right, let's not act like he didn't.
I mean, he was smelling. Look, I'm the type of person. I'm like, do your thing, because I'm trying to get twerked on too. So
the problem is people are talking about because he's married, right? And I guess he tries.
I'm married.
Yeah, I know.
My
I guess,
husband,
but
I don't care if somebody twerking on him. Like it's a twerk.
yeah. I
I can
agree.
see if you. I can see. I mean, and I know she half naked, butt cheeks out and shit. You know what I mean? It's cool though. Like it's like being at the strip club. Why am I mad?
Right.
Why would I be mad?
And it's a carnival too, right? So you gotta understand, like,
Exactly.
people are gonna dance and have some fun and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But I think that's because they're like, oh, he's married. And I think he tries to portray like one of those good guys, but at the same
Christian.
time, yeah, but he has to have fun too. You know what I mean? Christian or not, you gonna have fun. And
I ain't see nothing wrong with it. I was like, whatever.
Absolutely. Chill said there's renewable energy and machines that handle farming, travel, and construction. Poor people shouldn't exist at this point. Yeah, I agree. And to be honest with you, I watched a video today. And they're talking about Tim Hortons. It's like, are you guys Dunkin' Donuts or Tim Hortons? Where this guy went in and he was like, "Oh, you guys have like 4 hour." The bagels were like 4 hours. They wouldn't sell him one, and he was like, "But instead of giving them to the homeless, you're gonna throw them out." You know what I mean?
Yep.
And that's exactly what Chill's talking about. Like, if that's the case, you take that food and you give it to the homeless people. You don't throw it out. You know what I mean? Like, people don't care about things. And because
It's some companies that do that. They give the
Mhm.
food, the leftover food to the homeless shelter, but it's not
Yeah,
enough companies
it's
that do
usually a
that.
small
It's
company, mom and
definitely
pop's company,
It's
not
yep.
a chain. A
Mhm.
chain is like, no,
No.
we're a machine. We don't care. We have no feelings.
Mhm.
It's
But
because they can write off
it
waste.
says
They can write
taxes.
off
Yeah.
waste.
Write it
That's
off in
all
the
it is.
taxes. But I mean, at the end of the day, they could give it
You
away,
could write
still
off
write it
charitable
off fucking
causes
shit.
too,
You know what I mean? Like,
can't you?
Exactly. It's a hat. Well, okay. When I used to work at Bojangles when I was younger, I asked them the same question. I said, "Why are we throwing away all this chicken? Why don't we give it to the homeless shelter?" And they was like something about shelf life and shit like that. And I'm like, the same. You talking about like them kitchen pantries that be giving away expired food, but y'all
for
can't give
real.
somebody some day old chicken.
For real.
Somebody that ain't ate all day will bust down some day old chicken.
You
Like what the
know?
They'll bust it down out of the garbage bin we throw it in.
Facts.
Why can't we just give it to
Exactly.
them? Fuck.
Exactly.
All the flies and all
I
the
don't.
shit that's gone on that, and they're still eating it. Why don't we just give it
Mhm.
direct?
Yeah, we
Yep.
eat day old chicken at our homes. I mean, what
I
does it
do.
matter? I do.
Oh,
I
Especially
do.
now with the prices and the way people are living day by
bruh.
day. It's a struggle, man. It's a
Hmm.
real
One
struggle. Doing groceries, it's like,
100%.
what the fuck? Take this back. Take this back. What? Grapes $10? Take that back.
10.
100%.
Okay, hold on.
Because
I saw
hold on.
somebody on
Yeah.
TikTok talk about grapes being $10. What?
Yes. Yes.
That's Canada?
That's legit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, wait.
Wow.
Oh, wait.
Look,
You guys
and
gotta
how many
present me.
pounds
Go
of
ahead.
grapes is that for $10? Because I can go to
If
Costco and
I
get
could lift
set.
it,
I can get.
it shouldn't be $10.
It
That's all I'm
should.
saying.
Wow.
Oh, wait. Hold
That
on.
shit should be 20 plus pounds to be $10.
Glad you guys brought this up. This is what I found today. Do you
And
see the
hell
price?
no.
Do you see the price on
That
that?
thin ass little
Yeah.
ass.
For one
That's it.
fucking
That's what I'm saying.
people
Hell
is
no.
$22.
$22.
One people. We used to get 2 for fucking 15.
Facts. $22.
Where's that at?
Esposito's.
And Esposito's ain't IGA or Metro, right?
Right. No, actually, sorry.
IGA, that would be
No,
25,
that was
26
Esposito's.
bucks.
Yeah,
That'd be
yeah,
26
yeah.
bucks in
25
IGA.
bucks. Yeah. Actually, no, that was Provigo. Sorry, that was Provigo. I went there
Okay.
today
Even
and I
Provigo's
seen that.
cheaper.
Yeah, but that's still $22. Like, what the fuck am I gonna do with that? Why am I spending
But then,
$22 on that one
then
piece?
think about it.
That's feeding one person.
No, but think
Yeah.
about it. You go to a restaurant, you order a steak.
Mhm.
How much is your steak?
It depends, but yeah,
Yeah.
around that. Yeah.
But
Minimum
also that's
30
coming.
bucks.
It's coming to you cooked though. Ain't
Yes,
nobody.
I
So
know.
I still gotta
But
go home and season this and cook this.
Facts.
At least for the $22, I'm getting sides,
yeah,
a drink,
I
and somebody
love
cooking it for me.
myself. I love myself. And if I really feel I deserve that steak, I'm spending $22 on myself. And that steak's gonna taste fucking good. I'll make sure. You know what I mean? Even if it doesn't taste good. Yes, it tastes fucking good.
Yeah. But now
I'll
you come
lie.
home. But now you come home and you cooking up that steak and that shit smells good, and your wife said, "Oh, where's mine?" You know what I mean?
Thank God she don't like steak. But what kills me about that, Anso, if I leave that steak in the fridge 3 days, it's fucking brown.
Yeah, I know.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I'm like, can I eat this?
Yeah, I know.
Open the pack, drop it a distance, see if I smell it. You smell it? You smell it? Anybody smell it?
Yep.
Yeah, I can eat it. That's what it's come down to, right?
100. I say this all the time because when I was 16, I went to Ontario, man. I mean, my uncle, we went to this farm and he like they killed the cow there, cut up the meat, and he had these boxes of fresh meat. That shit was the best meat I have ever tasted in my life.
Like forever, right?
Yeah, man, fresh like that. But this
Yeah,
stuff
you can
that
buy
we
a
get
cow.
now, yeah,
You can still do it. They'll deliver to your house. It's a little pricey, but they'll still do it.
It's very pricey, but it's worth it.
It's very
You better
worth
buy
it.
a deep
You ever get eggs from a farm?
Oh yeah.
First of all, to crack that egg, you
Yes.
might need a hammer. The fucking shit is hard like a rock. Compared to the ones at IGA, I crack it, I have to pull all the shells out, right?
For real.
Now, when I crack it, I tilt it over, shit don't fall out. I'm like, what?
Really?
Big ass egg.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a real egg.
I want to
Anso.
own
It's
some
not that
chickens.
processed shit. Those
I
fucking
want to
eggs,
own
those
some
farms,
chickens.
they're a
You want to own
machine.
some chickens?
Sit on this rack.
Yeah, I want
Egg,
to.
egg. You don't
I ain't
think
got
they're
the
fucking
space.
stressed?
Yes. And they feeding them stuff to make them make more eggs than usual.
Yes.
So it ain't even like
Nothing is natural.
like
That's
Right,
what you
yeah,
have
nothing.
a category of eggs now. Not like when we were young, you had small, medium, large. Now you have grain-fed eggs, stress-free eggs, eggs in a fence cage
Cage-free.
You know?
Yeah. Omega-3, this egg.
Yes.
Yeah, all kinds of different type of eggs now.
Organic is a scam.
Facts.
Let's
100%.
change the packages and the prices, but not the eggs.
You know?
Foolish humans. I can just see them all laughing at us. Fuck.
That's why it's hard for me to trust companies that have inorganic and then organic stuff, like non-organic food, and then they be like, "Oh no, it's like Juicy Juice. It's like we got Juicy Juice, but then we got organic Juicy." No, you don't. That's the
For
same
real.
shit. Stop it.
For real. Or just
I don't
say
even know if
organic.
Juicy Juice got organic. I was just saying.
Add $10 more to it. Boom. You got your organic right there.
Yep.
They removed the poison.
Yeah, maybe they do.
No artificial colors.
You know? Organic maple syrup. I go, what is the tree eating to be organic? How the fuck you have organic maple syrup, man?
I
If
guess
they
the
all
way it's
growing in the
made.
same soil and getting the same polluted water and you know what I mean? Then it's
There's
not
some
organic.
things. There are some things they highly recommend you go organic. I know strawberries is one of them because strawberries is crazy full of pesticides. And if you look at strawberries, they're like sponges, so they absorb all those pesticides right in the fruit itself. If you buy regular strawberries, they say put it in vinegar and I believe sugar or salt. Leave it there 2 hours, and you'll have a worm farm at the top of your water.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man. Strawberries is something they highly recommend you eat organic.
Interesting.
And there's something else, and maybe romaine lettuce.
I don't fuck with romaine. They keep having too many recalls on
That shit looks plastic. I bought some romaine the other day that wasn't organic. I swear to God, I was just ripping it and throwing it in the garbage. This ain't real. This ain't real. I can see through it. Like fucking
That's why I
plastic.
get spring mix. I get the spring mix with the spinach. And, yeah.
I know which one you're
Because
talking about.
I don't know about you guys, but up here, there was a shortage for like 2 or 3 months with romaine
On lettuce. Yeah.
Romaine lettuce, you couldn't find it anywhere.
Yeah.
Why is that? I didn't see on the news that there was some.
If you have an E. coli.
But it wasn't on the news.
Oh, well, I know that's
know.
what most of the time in America, whenever something is not readily available, it's always like some E. coli or some shit like that. And we had that with peanut butter, lettuce. What else?
Peanut butter?
That's what I was saying.
Yeah,
Peanut butter.
How do you get that?
Peanut butter.
Maybe one of
You
the
asked the
ingredients they
wrong
added
person.
there.
That's crazy.
I don't know. It had
Kraft
something to
peanut
do
butter?
with it was going on at the processing plant. It was Peter Pan peanut butter.
Okay.
It was
I don't
like a
think we have-
specific brand.
Do we have Peter Pan up here? I don't think we have it up
I
here
don't
anymore,
think
right?
so.
They still make Peter Pan?
I don't either. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Got one more video to show. I want to know what you guys would do in this situation. We had this conversation before, and I remember Donnie saying it's still stealing. But listen to this video. Tell me what you guys think.
You do.
Asking the question, what would you do if you checked your bank account and suddenly found out you were a millionaire? That happened to a former Louisiana sheriff's dispatcher, and instead of notifying the bank, well, she quickly moved the cash into another account, used it to buy a home and an SUV. Kellen Spadoni, who you see here, was arrested for theft, and tonight is facing a lawsuit from Charles Schwab after she ignored several of their attempts, they say, to contact her and get the money back. Schwab meant to transfer $82.56 into a Fidelity brokerage account, services account, but the company instead transferred $1,205,619. Court records said. So, Robert, is their mistake?
Yeah, does not mean you have a legal right to that that amount of money. Even best case scenario, if you were able to keep it, good luck explaining to the IRS where $1.2 million came from and paying the taxes on that. This is no different than finding someone's wallet and deciding to keep it when they ask for it back. Or if a Brinks truck accidentally dropped money off at your door, it does not mean that you are legally entitled to it.
Money back. But
that's a
the
bad
law
example.
is on her side, believe
You
it or
lost
not.
your wallet. How
And
you
I
know
think
I
it's going
found
to
it?
trump that agreement that she signed, that she probably didn't even know what she signed, probably didn't even know what she read. But real quick, theft, felony theft is the charge. That means that this woman had to deprive money of someone else without their consent. Charles Schwab sent her the money, so that charge is going to get dropped. The last charge against her is bank wire fraud. Again, she has to show an intent to deprive Charles Schwab of money. Last time I checked, Charles Schwab made a mistake and sent the money to her. So in the real world, she might walk free and she might have $1.2 million and she might have a wrongful termination case against the sheriff's department for firing her. They shouldn't have done that.
That's right. That's right. That's some righteous shit right fucking there.
First of all, is she black? First of all, she's black. If she beat this, congratulations. I'm rooting for you, man.
Facts.
But,
You know what?
but at the same time, you know you're wrong for that.
Hold on. I don't know about you guys. I don't know about you guys, but back in the day, we used to have fucking bank books. You used to put them in a machine and get them updated, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes I would update my shit and go, hold on, 57,000. When the fuck did that come in? If I knew that was there, I would have taken that shit out. The thing is, we never know it's there. Had I known that 57,000 was there, I'd set a fucking land speed record how fast that shit came out. And you tell me intent. I didn't tell him to put it there. It was fucking God's gift. I went to the bank. It was there. Goddamn, I took it.
100%.
How you gonna call me for bank robbing? I didn't have a gun. I didn't say anyone give me your money. That's your mistake, boss. You gotta fix it. I would fire the person that did that and make them try and pay it back.
You know, I'm keeping
I
that.
don't know, man.
She's getting
I heard
off.
about like
Nadia,
companies overpaying
she's
people
getting
and
off.
then like trying to get the money back. Like I've heard of like companies like paying people to. Okay, look, no, I ain't gonna say shit. Never mind. Nope, I'm not incriminating myself.
You too. That's right. That's right.
Never mind.
Cheers to that.
But yeah, get your money, baby. I hope she beat that case millionaire status. Girl,
I bet you she beats it.
Man, I'm asking you.
What did you do to?
chilling.
What did you do to manifest that? Because I need to know. I be trying to manifest at least $5,000.
Fucking genius. That is genius. You only heard it once because it only happened once. Everybody wished they found that money when they fucking did it. Banks have no business putting money in my account if it ain't mine.
Facts.
Teasing me like that.
Yeah, you expect me to see that amount of money in my bank account and be like, oh, let me wait for them to take it back? No, sir.
I'm going to court.
And
I view myself as a rich
ATM,
person.
let's go.
I want to be recognized as a rich person. I want that money back.
For real. 100%. My money now. Go ahead.
Get your money, girl.
Yeah, this is off our chest, but sometimes you got to keep little things on your chest. You know what I mean?
This is it. There's some grave info you can't share.
Yeah, for real. Not on the internet.
No.
You know what I mean? But more power to this woman, man, because I had only dreamed about something like that happening to me.
Fuck. I can't believe someone actually did it.
But I'm
What
trying
are
to
the
figure out.
chances? You have to check your account every day. Is it there? Is it there? Is it there?
But I'm thinking about How do you transfer $1.2 million that quickly though?
Easy. You just punch in those numbers, send, done. Technology.
But if you
I
do,
would have split that shit over multiple accounts.
yeah, me too.
Like, hold
But
on.
you'd have to go and open those accounts. You
Cash.
don't have time. You didn't know this was gonna happen. She's just fucking
I
lucky
got
she had
multiple
2 accounts.
accounts.
Oh, look at you. Look at you, James Bond. Huh?
Ain't shit in them. But it will be now that I got this money.
Now you incriminated yourself.
I would have driven to every ATM I could and withdrew as maximum I could, and be
You see,
gone.
we have like e-transfers here, but I think you can only do a maximum of $2,000 a day, right? So you would probably have to do a wire transfer for all of that type of money.
You have to be able to see a teller.
Yeah, that too.
That's a lot of money. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of money.
Mm-hmm. Now I don't know
I
about
wonder
in
how
the
she
States.
explained. Like, I don't know.
You can write a check. You can write a check and deposit it in your other account, and that'll happen within 2 business days.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's some business days though.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
You know
man.
what I mean?
Look,
You know?
I'm gonna need her to write a book. Tell all. Man,
Yes,
how
please.
I became a millionaire.
Share that secret if you will.
Facts. How did you get that money out of your account so fast? But how long did it take them to realize they made that mistake too? But
They'll
whatever
probably
it was,
fucking make an agreement with her. Listen, we'll drop the charges. Don't ever share it. Here's some money. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
You know?
And if she takes it, look, I don't blame either way it go. I don't blame her, man. But she better not go to jail for that because
There'll be some more banks in the U.S. closing. I'll tell you right
you
now.
better be careful. You better be careful. That's all I'm saying. Don't drop no money in my lap.
For real.
Thank you.
You're fucking right. That was like run.
Thank you. That's exactly how I'm gonna be. Bro, I found $20 tumbling down the sidewalk. I was like, oh, gee, thank you. Let me tie my shoe.
Oh yeah.
Tie my shoe. I'd have fucking died for that like I was catching a football in the NFL.
Look, I'm more careful with that now because I've heard of people like putting stuff on money and leaving money near people's car, but it's laced with fentanyl and then they snatching people and shit. So I don't be picking up free money no more. But yes.
I tell you, the devil shit, man. Who does shit like that?
It's crazy, bro. I know me. One time I was in a store and I was in the line waiting for the cash, and it was like a $20, right? It was on the floor, but there was like 2 people in front of me, and I'm like, "Fuck! I hope none of these people see it." You know what I mean?
You gotta step down and tie your shoe. You gotta put your foot over it. Oh damn! Let me get this shit off my shoe.
Right. That's what I'm saying. It was closer to them. Like they were like 2 ahead of me, and it was like right by the cash, and the 2 people went right past it, and as soon as I got
stepped on right to me, bent down and picked it up like I was tying my shoe, 100%. You know, you gotta be sneaky with it at sometimes, but that's $20. You know what I mean? I was like $1.2 million in my account. Wherever they have no extradition, that's where I am. I am there. I am gone. On a plane and I am gone. Trust me. All right. With that being said, guys, we hit the 2-hour mark. It was a pleasure having everybody in here. Nadia, thank you for showing up and hanging out with us.
It's always nice to have a lady on board.
Yes.
Facts. And you're always welcome if you want to come on, and you can shout out where they can find you.
I don't like people to find me, but y'all can catch me on the Low Key Cave. Look, I'm not one of the people that like a lot of people in my business, so it's like kind of hard for me to like put myself out there because it's like I don't know. I watched a lot of crazy shit going on in high school, and that's just like high school popularity, and I'm like looking at celebrities. I'm like influencers shit. They just be in everybody's business, and come catch me out on the Low Key Cave though. You know, I be there all the time.
Yeah, that's where I meant, you know. And they're going to be doing a versus coming up. So, guys, make sure to check that out. It's going to be Lil Wayne versus 50 Cent. You're taking Lil Wayne, eh?
Yes.
Yeah, you're going to lose that one.
You hear the Canadian Nzo? Eh? You're taking Lil Wayne, eh?
Yeah, you're going to lose that one.
You think I'm going to lose?
Yeah,
Okay.
from
Honestly,
50 Cent?
we've been doing this
Oh,
show.
Yeah,
Wayne.
Lil Wayne versus 50 Cent.
I
We've
don't
been
know
doing
Wayne
this
all
show
that.
for so long in the U.S. that we become somewhat American. I don't find us saying the typical like A thing. So when I hear Anzo say it, it's like, did he just say A?
the Canadian shit.
You
Yeah,
know,
man.
it's so Canadian.
It comes out every now and then. What about you, JG? Where can I find you, sir?
Find me on one of the greatest channels on YouTube, the O.O.C with the great Nzo and the great Berto. Find me with Superwise, doing our geek stuff. You can just find me. I am where I am.
And Roberto.
Right here, yo. Said it before, say it again. Wednesday nights, 9 o'clock with my brethrens, them. And sometimes we have a sweet lady along to join us and get the shit off our chests.
Absolutely. And I hope you come back. It was always a pleasure. Thank you guys for popping in. Tony Robinson, Jack Laws was in the house. Chillmonger was in here. Thank you very much. Danny came in.
For a minute.
I think he was watching. He was probably lying down watching at the same time because I thought he was gone, but then he made a comment. So Danny was there.
Probably watching the game.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that game.
Yeah,
Won, I think.
Miami was.
Who won?
I think the Nuggets. Let me check it.
Let's go Denver. Mike was in here. David Quintana Basel was in the house. Thank you guys for popping in. Always a pleasure. Beaming Kuhn was in the house as well. Who else I missed? Keely, Chow, and Cole. Thank you guys once again. It's always a pleasure. We will be back next week.
I have 2 daughters, Jack's Law. That's why. 2 daughters. Gotta scare them fucking leeches off.
With that being said, see you on the next one, guys.
Respect.
Cheers.
Down. Keep me close. Safe and